not being on a stage with a lot of lights, I'm still sweaty as hell.
You know, I should have turned that off. Hey, that doesn't help us. I'm just letting you know.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna rework this song, and we'll cut the stream, fix everything, so we can come back immediately.
All right, sounds good.
Oh, it's going again.
Are we going again? Just when I think I was out, they pulled me back in. All right, we got one more song, and then we're gonna try to fix this up and do an interview here for you. You may know this one, hopefully. If not, fucking look it up on YouTube or something. Well, I'm a fucking joke to you, and I couldn't be any more clear with the words I said. I promised I would bleed for you, but you wouldn't, and nothing hurts worse than you in my head. And I remember when we were falling hard like a shooting star, but your gravity pulled me in. I thought I'd fly as fast like a chain reaction, and I'll lose the orbit again. I need time to think, I need another drink. The blackout swallowed me whole. Another heart attack, couldn't sing it back, and now I know I'm a mess, I'm falling apart. I know we can't get back to the start. If we could, don't say we should. I can't fix this goddamn broken heart. And I don't want to hear about you in a backseat, drinking banties with somebody else who wanted it me. You know from the things you said, I get us rather we'll die together. Sick of telling all my friends I'm fine. Sick of seeing your face all night. Sick of wondering when I'll be okay. I still wonder if you're alright. If you ever lose sleep at night, did you ever think about the life we used to have? I'm a mess, I'm falling apart. And I know we can't get back to the start. If we could, don't say that we should. And I can't fix this goddamn broken heart. Yeah, out of my head, now I can't sleep. Anxiety keeps me awake. Now overthink every day, but you don't need to. I'm a fucking joke to you. I'm a mess, I'm falling apart. I know we can't get back to the start. If we could, don't say we should. And I can't fix this goddamn broken heart. I'm a mess, I'm falling apart. And I know we can't get back to the start. If we could, don't say that we should. And I can't fix this goddamn broken heart. And if we could, don't say we should. And I can't fix this goddamn broken heart. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. We'll be right back with the Tempo Podcast.
It's still running, so Jesse, you want to tell them we're going to be a couple minutes?
So yeah, we're going to take about 10 minutes. We're going to reset our set here, get the couches up so we can have a nice little sit-down chat, and we'll be back about 10 minutes.
So who goes the owl? Where'd that idea for that song come from?
Oh, that was the one that started out as our old singer was trying to do the Gary Clark Jr. So he sent pretty much the whole beginning, and then Nick's like, "Oh, we need a bridge." So like we were listening to Whipping Post a lot because we were trying to cover that, and so I was like, "Oh, Allman Brothers, great influence." So we kind of did sort of was like, "Oh, let's just keep building, and then a little bit of Radiohead where I threw in a weird phase pedal of an influence, but then Woodhouse's voice is just like perfect on it. That one kind of like lucked out on like having 4 older songs and getting a new singer. I feel like sometimes it's tricky.
We follow his cues more than like rhythm. It's more him singing. But when he says there's like there's a hoot, it's like we wait for it, and I think it adds like maybe we're not following a specific structure, but I think it makes it like kind of organic every time, and it's really good. We
couldn't end that for a while. Like Scott has a cool build that he does with where we just count to 6. Most of us, I think.
That's like a recent addition to that song.
Where
Sean goes,
and then we had to have Sean kick it off because we didn't know how to end it otherwise. It was always chaos and counting in our heads and hoping we were synced up. But
and it actually worked out better, I think, with
him doing the big belt at the end. Kind of.
I love singing that song. Even though I didn't write it. I bring a different feel to it, I think, than what they originally did. But I love it. I love the whole. I don't know. It just you feel it. It has a good feel to it, and that's why I like at the end when you guys added that. And I come out and just ring out in that long note. I just love doing that. And just listening to the guitar and the phasing and stuff, it's just a good song. It's real good.
To me, and I've only heard it once, but I'm gonna listen to it several times after this. But to me, it's like a modern blues. Like when they used to use those bends in the blues, he's got this phase pedal coming in here. And I was really taken by that. And then your vocals when you're singing the hoot part, it's very, very like Delta bluesy. It's just really Delta bluesy, and it's like this really good blend of just different genres hitting just right for me. I mean, I like the soul rock part.
I think the other interesting thing about our hashtag what?
Soul rock.
I'm gonna put that in there.
Maybe that's what the name of the album should be.
All right, next song we got is called "Hoot Goes the Owl." And that was Hoot Goes the Owl. If you get home and I'm not around, take a look about the whole thing, in and out. 'Cause when the night comes and you put it in the town, there's a hoot, there's a hoot, there's a hoot, baby, hoot goes the owl. Listen, you told me nothing but lies, baby. Knock at your door. Said you had a friends. Said you had a friends. Okay, don't ask for more. 'Cause when the day breaks and the waves erase the town, there's a hoot, there's a hoot, there's a hoot, baby, hoot goes the owl. Hey! Ha, ha!
'Cause when the day comes and the silence hits the town, there's a
Heaven is a song I wrote about my girlfriend. And I think I said, or it might have been a different song. There's two songs that are, at least in my mind, from the same perspective of chasing the sun and I don't ever want to go to heaven if I'm not there with you. It's more of like a Bonnie and Clyde story. She's always called me her partner in crime. Hi, Jeremy. Which I always found adorable. And so it's written, there's, everybody get your hands up. It's a stick-up song when you're on the run, and again, from maybe somebody dies, and I don't ever want to go to heaven if it's not. If I'm not there with you. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, man, you're good.
No,
we
always give him crap because every time we see him, it's always like, oh, I guess who died.
Again, that was written on acoustic guitar. That was a very slow song when it started. Derek takes our songs and speeds them up tenfold, which is great. Yeah. But we're getting older, and that's hard to do. So
we actually don't play that song as much.
No, we don't. It's difficult for me to do.
Is that just because you go from that slow tempo and then?
I'm not very good at music.
Filled up at the corner store. You said you didn't need a thing. Well, it's 4:15 and your head's against the door. So mama, meet my hands at the gear shift. 'Cause I don't think we're gonna make it. Too much time getting wasted, locked in a basement. So baby, take your hands off the steering wheel. Come on, let's get it out. Got the window down and the radio up, let's move this town. I don't wanna go to heaven. Baby, all the best things ever happened to me. Everybody needs to see come on, let's see the things. Got one shot to get it right, don't tell me now. Some motherfucking man, yeah, man. Let's see this through, 'cause they're on the move again. I don't wanna go to heaven, can you do me? Baby, all the best things ever happened to me. I don't wanna go to heaven, can you do me? Baby, all the best things ever happened to me. filled up at the corner store. You said you didn't need a thing. It's 4:15 and your head's against the door.
Oh, that's
completely
hilarious.
wrong. He was actually
You're a Bible band. That's about,
it's a Christian rock band.
Yeah.
So you guys are a Christian rock band?
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yes, we have a man named Christian in this.
Yeah.
So you were a Christian rock band.
Oh, that's so cool. I didn't even know. Like, it didn't sound like a Christian.
Okay.
I was gonna say, like, you guys
we're not totally fucking with
Dude,
Great wordplay there.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian in your band. You're a Christian rock
Okay,
band.
you're talking about Bible plays like stoning the eye, and I'm like, okay, yeah, we're Bible.
Oh, man.
It was all making sense, and then
I am so goddamn gullible. Toward the River and Defiant both got me with bullshit too, and I can't. I'm just so gullible. I take things at face value. Palace for the Unborn King. I wanted to talk about the lyrics on that song, and just generally like how you came up with the song. Like, what's the meaning of it? And then, like, it was an excellent closer, by the way.
Oh,
like the way you build up on the end of it and then come out of the song that way. It was excellent, man. But yeah, tell us about the song meaning there and where you came up with it. Because this is why I thought when you said you were a Christian rock band, this is why I thought, like, I believed you.
Really?
Because of the name of the song. Like, that's why I was so gullible. I was like, oh, really? I got a Christian rock band in here.
the jig's up, Steve.
I mean, I don't know. I wrote that in 2017. I mean, a lot of it, especially in the older stuff. I mean, nowadays I can tell you roughly what each song is about, or at least like a concept of it. I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those things where, wordplay, trying to create a story within the atmosphere of the song, kind of thing, and it just ended up being Palace for an Unborn King. A lot of it's like wordplay. I will say one specific, like, chew your meat and spit your grains. That was 100%. Yeah, terrible lyrics.
It's so bad.
But that was stolen from Drain You.
Drain You?
Nirvana.
Chew your meat for you.
Yeah.
Pass it back and forth.
So not stolen, but like
heavily,
derivative.
That's like the one main lyric I remember, like writing. But like no, a lot of it was just wordplay, kind of fitting like this moody atmosphere that I thought the song provoked. And
I will say, just because I tracked with him a lot for the lyrics or for the vocals, and it's like his lyrics are very aesthetically driven. But I mean, as for like the rest of the band, like we have no idea what the songs are about. Like we personally. So only he knows, and usually there's not an answer.
Well, like you said, it's very aesthetically.
Yeah,
it's
very
a lot of imagery in there. A lot of like use of
I'm
specific words to like call up images.
I'm very influenced by Elliott Smith. If you know who Elliott Smith is, 90s like kind of folk indie artist guy, and he's the master of like evoking imagery. So like I kind of use a lot of like his like his guidance to be like, oh, like he paints a beautiful photo here. Like I'm gonna try to paint something with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you do that very well. I mean, that's very apparent in like a lot of the songs, including Poison Apple, which we didn't really talk about, but I mean, it's got a good lick on it. And then watching you play that, actually, I was like, man, I was like, it's shifted right into Paradigm, and I didn't even catch that.
So they're basically the same song. Yeah. We were talking about that yesterday.
Confuse the riffs to those songs often.
Yeah.
Well, then I don't feel so bad for not catching it. But,
literally yesterday at rehearsal.
Dave said, "You don't know what you don't see."
Oh, of course
we were asking about a Palace for the Unborn King.
No, what you don't see, a mighty palace.
I mean,
I
mean that is true. Yes.
But actually, what if
I think actually.
But I know that there's a backyard over there, but I don't see it.
Shut up. It's true.
You don't know what you don't see.
But you saw it before, though.
Yeah.
Wait. But what if I haven't seen space before?
Yeah.
And I know it's there.
Right.
Well, I think it's a philosophy. If you didn't see it with your own eyes happening, then how can you prove that something's real? Like, you know what I mean? Like, did the bear shit in the forest? If, like, you didn't see the bear or whatever.
Jerry getting.
Did the tree really fall in the forest if you never saw the tree in the forest?
The answer is yes, it did happen.
Yeah, but it's like a philosophy.
It happened, but it did not make sound. It only made vibrations.
Like, there's no, first, do you really know if something happened if there's no first-hand witnesses to it happening? I mean, you can obviously use logic to be like, yeah, that happened, but, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of that, philosophy, which I do think that's actually, I've never thought of my lyric that way, but that's actually pretty.
But then you also have chew your meat, spit your greens immediately after.
Circular.
Yeah, circular.
what you know and what you see. A God to us is a God for me. You don't know what you don't see. A mighty palace for an unborn king. See you run there, cross my feet. Let them in and let them be. A moment on, let you to be. A busted image on a burnout screen. You don't know what you don't see. A mighty palace for an unborn king. Chew your meat and stitch your dreams. A quiet hammock on a crowded tree. Oh. Come along and join the fun. A healthy taste of your hands and thought. Oh, you don't know what you don't see. A mighty palace for an unborn king. Chew your meat and snitch your cream. A quiet hammock and a crowded tree. Oh, thank you so much. We're doing a chat after this.
All right, everybody. Hopefully you can hear us. Muchos apologies for the technical difficulties. It's has never happened before. That's really, really frustrating for everyone, I think, especially me, because I'm back here going, what the heck is going on? But anyway, we got Lyndhurst here. Let me get a better camera angle for you guys.
Oh, I look good there.
Yeah. We'll get this one. That way we're all on the stream while we're talking for now. It's gonna switch around on its own, but we got Lyndhurst here in the audience.
That's camera.
In the studio. They're not in the audience. Yes. They're in the studio. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys introduce yourselves real quick, and then we'll get into the rest of the interview.
Hello, I'm Kevin. I play the guitar.
Hi, I'm Mark. I play drums.
I'm Tim. I play bass.
I'm Ed.
I do everything. I do everything.
I do things.
It's close enough.
I do things and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So, first of all, thank you for being patient with me on these things and coming in and doing the show. I mean, I absolutely love your guys' music. Everybody that's been on this program, I've loved their music. It's good music. We have an awesome scene here. And that's a terrible camera angle. Jesus Christ. All right, I'm going to have to cut that one, Gone. But
I feel weird
turn that off.
sitting over here and then having to look back and not being the camera.
There we go. Oh, I was going to put the camera up there so you can see
fine.
yourself.
It's all good.
Here.
I want to face you, you know.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah.
Now I got all four on the couch,
Someone
but
behind
then I
you.
got this big empty couch here. All right. So anyway, yeah. So why don't you tell me what your influences and what you think your genre is, and then I'm gonna pull up my outline.
Okay. So, I mean, we have a lot of pop punk influences. You know, when I was writing some of this stuff, I was listening to a lot of, like, Neck Deep and The Story So Far, The Wonder Years, Motion City Soundtrack, those sorts of things. Whenever I have to explain it to someone my parents' age, I always just say it's rock, but it's catchy.
Yeah, definitely catchy. I love it.
Yep.
Bands that you're influenced by?
Yeah, I mean, personally, personally, the Wonder Years and Motion City Soundtrack are my two favorite bands of all time, and definitely the most influence for me. I don't know if anybody else wants to speak on theirs.
Metallica. Because I was waiting for it. I mean, some of my favorite pop punk bands right now are like In Her Own Words and With Confidence, rest in peace.
Right.
Neck Deep, you know, a lot of the sad boy stuff, but it's what I dig.
I mean, honestly, there's way too many to list. It's impossible. But, I mean, Newfound Glory was a big one for me. Story of the Year. Toto. I'm always going to shout out Toto.
Yeah.
Toto.
Fucking Toto.
All right. Well, I love your music. I've already said that. One thing I really wanted to talk about and do you have that shirt?
I do. Yes.
Yeah. I want to hold up this shirt because I really want to talk about the fact that you guys have like completely embraced internet culture with a bunch of your stuff.
Oh yeah.
So
well, I mean, like we're all. I mean, not to speak for you, Tim.
I know where you're going.
We're all like children of the internet. You know what I mean? So all this stuff that we saw growing up, it's like, oh, it's just what we're doing now. I love this meme. I thought it would work really well. That's all.
Yeah. It sells well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love this shirt. I love this design. I want to shout out the artist Ivy Simone, who I went to college with, and she did this, and she's amazing. And I love this drawing in particular of my cat Steven. And it is just the best. I want to have it framed.
I remember saying that I wanted Steven under the table.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that he was there.
So that's your cat. Then.
Yes, that is my cat Steven Eugene, the unofficial Lyndhurst mascot.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
He has a huge cranium.
He is just he's a big cat. He's not fat. He's just big.
Boned.
A big domestic cat.
Girthy.
A prowler.
Yes.
So I got this post. This is another internet culture thing. I don't know. I don't know if anybody can see this, but here I'm gonna put it on camera one,
over my head.
and then everybody will be able to see it. Even though, so like this thing is freaking like amazing.
Yeah.
Like I saw this. I posted on Instagram. I think on Facebook. I mean, all of you guys signed your pictures here, but this thing is so freaking sick, dude. Like it's just. It is the memeiest poster I've ever seen a band do, and I just love it.
And that's because I growing up, I listened to a lot of my parents' music. I saw a lot of my parents' stuff, and I've seen pictures of like my parents and my extended family that have those like old school Sears catalog. You'd go to the Sears photo booth in the '80s and get those kind of things, or go to prom and do the prom photo booth and get those. And I was just like, it's so weird. It's so like ominous almost to have the head in the background just be like, I'm watching over.
I am the leader of this pack.
Yeah.
So I want to remind the chat too that we are that you guys can interact with the band. This is live. Feel free to chat with us wherever you're streaming. Hopefully, we still kept some of the people after we had the issues with the internet.
Yeah.
But regardless, if not, this is recorded. You guys are having a good time, I hope. Have you enjoyed it?
These couches are nice.
Yeah, this is comfy.
So I don't know if I've actually said this on the stream yet, but I got all these couches for free.
Nice.
Yeah, these two anyway. I picked them up. Somebody said they were broken. And I was like, okay, whatever. I don't need the recliners. I thought the power part would be broken. I get home, there's a screw missing in a recliner. 52 cents at the hardware store, and it's fixed.
Wow.
I'm just like, this is nuts.
Sweet deal.
But you also did, two covers. One of them is the biggest meme that's ever existed, as far as I'm concerned, right?
Yeah.
What made you guys decide to do that song as a cover?
Because it makes people laugh.
Yeah, I was just like working on a demo version of that cover for years, just as like something fun for myself, and I'd never played it out. And we were talking about, I don't even remember how we added it. We were just talking about like covers we wanted to do or something, or like
no.
Well, do you know?
Yes, well, you played it out because when you were doing your solo stuff, that's the first time I saw you do it, and I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
So you told me, they're like, look, we're gonna do all these originals, but we're gonna learn this cover, and you said, just here's the demo for it, and then that was it.
That's right, yeah. Because before Lyndhurst was a thing, I performed a bunch of like very similar music under just my name, Ed Allison, and I would go up and just play guitar and sing, and I'd have a backing track with all the bass guitar and drums and everything, and I used to do that with that, and God, it's been so long, I totally forgot about that.
Well, I will say, as soon as I saw it on your set list, I was just like, oh my god, that's hilarious. Like I could believe you guys were gonna play that, and then I went and saw you live at the Tourist Inn, and you played it there too, and I'm like, okay, they do this all the time.
Oh yeah.
I thought maybe you were just playing it for my show because it was a live stream, but like then I saw you play it, and I'm like, okay, this is really good.
Yeah, it's like an every show thing.
Well, and the great part about like most memes, and specifically that meme, it's like unironically a good song. It's like it's fun, it's upbeat, it's catchy. Like I genuinely enjoy playing it.
And do you guys happen to know when the instance of the first Rickroll was? Do you happen to know that off the top of your head?
I mean,
is this documented?
Yeah, it's documented.
I want to say
I looked it up.
Is it pre-YouTube? So like pre-2005?
No. I mean it was a YouTube. But what was the link that everybody was clicking on? And then getting Rickrolled. What was the first link? It's documented.
I have no clue.
It was the trailer for Grand Theft Auto 4. Somebody said Grand Theft Auto 4 trailer.
All right, I believe
and that was the very first link, at least according to Wikipedia.
Gotcha.
Someone could have just edited that shit, but Wikipedia is pretty good nowadays. But that is the first instance of the Rickroll was Grand Theft Auto 4.
That makes sense.
So
I used to watch a crappy YouTube series called Gears of Halo Theft Auto. Where they would do like red versus blue Halo style videos, but it was Gears of Halo Theft Auto 5, and it was like the most offensive game in the world. Classic. Shout out to whoever made that. I have no idea. It's some machinima channel.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I know you guys are pressed for time, so I'm going to kind of fly through some of this stuff. I do want to talk about these.
Yeah.
Because I bought 4 of them. I'm not sure who said what on what. I did write Tim's name down on this one because he said his name in there. And I wrote Kevin's name down on one. So
because me and Ed's voice really sounds the same.
So, which one is which? Who did Broken and who did Silver Linings?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Which one? Let me think, because I did.
You would have done whatever the first.
I think I did the first one.
You did do the first
and
one.
it was probably Broken. So Broken was probably me.
All right, cool.
All right.
That's awesome.
Thank you for letting us see. I literally, because we ordered some for ourselves too, just to have a couple extra, and we still haven't gotten them yet. But,
so I want you guys to each sign it in a different color here.
Okay.
How am I
Hopefully all
signing
of these
this?
work.
Thank you.
Well, now
You want to
just sign on the label right there in the middle.
All right. What color you want?
Green.
All right.
Purple.
I want to. So like I was telling you earlier, I'm gonna take this poster. This one right here. I'm going to put it in the middle on a frame, and then I'm going to put those vinyls on either side, 2 on either side, and then hang it on the wall in here.
Yeah, these are really cool. Yeah. So
on the record itself, if you guys could, because I'm actually going to take them out of the sleeve and post them in there. I'm going to
play it.
I've already played them.
Okay,
they sound great, by the way. They're really good. They're in mono, so it's not like on the Spotify, but I mean they're still really, really good cuts. Yeah. I played all of them, and then if you guys could just sign right on there, and
that's really cool.
I'm gonna put them in there.
Why did you sign on the groove?
No, you're good. Actually, I like that because I'm gonna put it.
What kind of an anarchist are you?
What?
I like it though, because they're going in a frame.
You should be disgusted.
They're going in a frame, so they're not gonna get played again, so it's fine. I'm gonna put them in a frame and frame them.
Everybody's a little tired today.
I feel like
I am too.
I feel like the needle will just go through it.
It doesn't matter. You don't sign on the groove. That's disgusting.
We played a show last night. Kevin and I did with another band, and our drummer. We had a big list of requests and stuff, and at the very bottom of our list was just play these when you can, please, or something like that. And our drummer last night thought like.
When you can, please. Was
yeah, when you can, please. And he was like, "What song is that?" Like,
Tim, don't do that either. Stop.
No, you're good.
Stop.
You're good.
Look,
sign on the paper. And
Stop. You know that's. Oh my God. That's not.
Mark, I want you. It's okay.
Breathe.
Take a
It's
deep
all
breath.
good. It's all good.
We are zen. We are living in the moment.
Look, as a collector, that's disgusting.
These are art pieces for me, guys. Like I want to have them on my wall.
Well, here.
Like this poster and those. That's why I wanted them each in a different color.
Yeah.
So
do you want us to talk a little bit about these?
yeah, I do. So how many of these did you do?
So we did 25 of them. 25 of them. And what they were individual takes of songs. So we went up to, here, you want to take those? We went up to New York to the studio called Least of All, Leestaball, and we took orders online for a couple months before, and we're like, hey, these are, a bunch of our songs, pick which one you want, and so people could pick whatever song they wanted to hear, and we would record right there a live, like, one take, unedited performance of that song. And what you got was exactly what we did. There was no editing afterhand. We don't even have those recordings. Like, they wouldn't give them to us because they're like, this is a one-of-a-kind, once-in-a-lifetime thing that we don't want just people to give out. And I think that's really cool. So we did 25 of them, and we ended up doing a bunch of songs a bunch of times, right? So, like, we would maybe do, like, Broken or Silver Linings once or twice, but then, a song like Messy, we ended up doing, like, 7 times in a row.
Please tell the Roe Bison the very last song that we did and how you screwed up.
Oh, I don't even know. I don't even remember.
Remember, we were doing "I'm Sorry for the Way I Am," and then you said what was it? You said the second. You said the second line in the chorus.
Yeah, the second. I did the second chorus.
And we felt
first.
so bad for this chick in Indiana, and I'm like, man, well, at least she's far away. Sorry. Yeah. But we.
But I'm sorry for the way I am, right?
Yeah. Look, I mean, what would be more on brand?
Yeah, it's more authentic, I guess, to screw the song up for their hard-earned money that they paid.
Yes. Yeah, but I mean,
no one else has that version.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she'll come up one day and be like, "Man, you screwed it up. I love it."
Well, you guys are lucky because I tried to convince my wife to let me buy one of each one of your songs.
Oh, gee.
But then I saw there was 13 songs on the album. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to narrow this down.
Well, and also they cap at 25, just because.
Oh, really?
Because doing that much and doing like that setup, it takes a while, and they do like 3 of those sessions a day. So we were in and out of there in like 3-4 hours.
Wow.
And that was like a hard cut.
So they were like 25. That's it.
Yeah, and that is the max you can do.
And I ended up with almost a fifth of them.
Yeah.
I like fifths. I drink a fifth.
There you go.
But so that's a really cool experience. I'd like to see some other bands do that because as soon as I saw you do it online, I was like, okay, I gotta get a few of these songs, and I was torn by whether I was gonna do Stormy Weather or Jaded, and then I picked Stormy Weather. So did anybody do Jaded as well?
Yep. We had
someone.
I think we had one for basically every song we had up there. I think.
Not the current.
Oh, except for
the current.
The current and all these things.
Well, that wasn't one of the choices.
Oh, okay, right.
Or and Catharsis. So we didn't have anybody get that.
So we've got 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I want to talk about some of your songs specifically. I'm going to skip the part with touring. We had Observe the 93rd on an interview last week, and they talked pretty good about the touring that you guys are doing with Lives Lost.
I just want to say that I watched a crap ton of documentaries, so I somewhat have an idea of what to expect.
Yes,
Mark's telling us how we have to act and do things.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not gonna be like Dave Mustaine and be like, show up this time and like you must be this. Like, I'm not like that.
He's very prepared to sleep in the van and shoot us with a BB gun.
A Nerf gel blaster. Don't say a BB gun on camera.
Sorry, I was putting your Venmo up there because I realized I really want to talk about your fundraiser.
Yeah.
We talked about it a little bit on Radio 717. I think that's more important than the songs themselves.
So we're going on tour.
No.
And hold on. I'm getting there. I have a build up. Don't worry. So we're going on tour, and we have to spend a lot of money to rent a van and rent a trailer and do stuff like promotions and just simple stuff like gas and food and all that. And, we're still a new band. We're still trying to get there. So we put up a fundraiser online to say, like, hey, you can donate directly to us to kind of make this happen for us. And I said, okay, well, if we meet a certain amount, I'll shave my head. It's no secret. I'm going bald. I've been going bald since I was like 18, and I've held on to it for as long as I can. And I guess this is the first time we can announce that we have officially met our goal of $750. So I will be shaving my head. And we're actually going to do something special because my wife is a stylist. She's going to shave everything except on the side of my head. We're going to leave a little bit to make Lyndhurst flour out of it.
Oh, nice. Nice. So you'll be going around with one of those haircuts that have the, designs.
Yeah.
So I'm also officially bald.
Yes.
I was going bald like you, probably about your age.
Mm-hmm.
And finally...
Are you going skin bald, or are you just shaving it?
I mean, probably skin.
Oh, skin. I thought you were just like shaving.
Yeah.
Oh,
Skin bald is easy to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
You just shave it every other day, and it looks good. Now I haven't actually been able to shave for a couple days because I hurt my finger.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do that, but it's easy. I don't spend any money on hair.
Yeah, I'm going to save so much money on shampoo.
So. So is there plans for an extended goal? Are you trying to get to the next level?
We have an idea, but we still need to officially go over it before we
Yes, we need to confirm it because we might be involving someone else in it, so we need to make sure that they're available and can do things, and may involve Mark getting picked up and thrown through a table, so we'll see. We'll see.
I might defend my WWF title that I bring to my shows.
Nice. Well, that's awesome. So if you guys, in future goals, there's stretch goals.
Yes.
I put the Venmo underneath our title there, so if you guys want to donate to Lyndhurst's tour,
and you can also find it on any of our social medias. All of our link in bios and stuff. It'll take you directly to the donation site, which goes through our PayPal or Venmo.
Yeah. Sweet. Well, I probably need to do this Venmo thing more often because I think a lot of bands have Venmo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it'd be cool if they got donations on my stream.
Mm-hmm.
This camera angle.
Yeah, your head's cut
off. It's cut off. Oh well. Look, lives lost. You can see.
Why is it?
But I have a bad finger, so when I'm trying to get that adjusted, it just didn't work out. So my bad. But anyway, so I'm looking forward to the stretch goal, and we'll see where it goes from there.
And we can go a little past 4, by the way.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's cool. Because I do want to talk about a couple specific songs.
Yeah.
Everybody probably wants to hear about Messy.
Mm-hmm. So I used to work at Papa John's back in the day, the most pop punk of jobs, and I had an idea for a song that was just that opening line. That was the "I'm a fucking joke to you," and I recorded it into my phone of just that first line of "I'm a fucking joke to you," and I was like, okay, that's it. And then I would go out on a delivery, and while I was out on a delivery, I would get like another idea for it, and go back to my phone and be like, oh, here's maybe something for the chorus, or here's maybe how these chords go. And so over the course of that day, I wrote basically that entire song in maybe like 6 or 7 hours, and they're all encapsulated in notes on my phone. And then when I got home from my shift, I went and like recorded it straight. So that song was probably written over the course of a day, aside from Wes's feature. Wes from the band Lowborn. I've known him for a while, and I really wanted to work with him on something. I thought, this is a super poppy thing, which is kind of what Lowborn does now. So I was like, okay, this would be perfect for them, and sent it off to him, and I loved when he came back, and obviously it has resonated with people.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, you've got what? Like, you're approaching 3 million listens on Spotify right now?
No. I
What?
wish.
Wait, what is 200,000?
yeah,
Okay.
200,000.
I'm sorry. I thought it was 2 million. I
thought
put
something-
extra zeros in there, man.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm really happy with it.
6.5K. The video has 6.5K views on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll admit I haven't seen the video. That's probably
Wow, really?
It's so much
well.
fun.
I don't do YouTube much other than
mean,
live
that's fair.
streams.
Yeah.
That's probably a failing on my part.
I will say more than any of that, the best part about Messy is seeing people sing along to the shows.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like people in person that know the words, that want to like join with us in that way. That's the best thing.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people, but I was singing like most of your songs when I saw you.
Yeah.
I just get into like. I love everyone. I mean, Messy's not actually my favorite song.
Okay.
My favorite song's actually Broken.
Thank you.
I don't know, something about that song just, to me, it like resonates on another level because like, I mean, my wife and I have been together for like 18 years, and I feel like a lot of the pieces in your song are just like, they hit like a certain place. I mean, I know you say it to show you, and you said it this that you wrote it for your wife.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about what you think
Sure.
about the song?
I mean, sure. Yeah. So I wrote it. I wrote the foundations of it when we were on vacation, and I don't even remember where we were, but we were just kind of like sitting out on a deck somewhere, and I was just sitting looking at it, and I was like, man, this is great. You know what I mean? This is really good, and I walked over to the side and did a voice recording on my phone, but it's this feeling that another person can, I hate to say like fix you, because it's not that. It's like, it's making me feel more comfortable as the person I am. You know what I mean? Like, we are both individual people, we live our own lives, but we bring each other up, we're more than the sum of our parts.
Yeah. I mean, and that hits really home because it was a struggle, when I was younger, because I always had that, like, I don't know, my sister calls it something else, but anyway, I always had that thing, like, there's, like, one person that can, like, make you complete, like, and that's it, like, you find that person, and that's that person, right, and I feel like I found that with my wife, she feels the same, but it's, like, it's some kind of ideal, like, I don't find myself attracted in any way to anyone else but my wife, and it's like, there's something in that song that just makes me feel like it speaks to me in that way, you know what I mean? And, yeah, I'm like, I've cried a couple times in that song, man.
Yeah, I'm crying right now.
I'm just gonna admit it, dude. It's like that song, like, it's one of those songs when I heard it and really understood what was there, it just made me feel something. Like,
yeah. Thank you. I'm glad I could do that.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you wrote the song.
That's all I want about it.
So, but yeah, then I had Silver Linings in there because I that was the first song I actually heard. I do this thing. I look at Spotify, see what's played the most, and then I'm like, okay, what hasn't been played, and then I go and listen to something instead. So the first time I was turned on to Lyndhurst by Jesse, I actually skipped Messy and went right to Silver Linings, and I'm like, oh man, this song is really good. Like, it jumped out to me.
Yeah.
I'm kind of because you also used the word Silver Linings in another song.
Yeah, and that was something that I did a lot of on this album that I specifically tried to do to make it a little more cohesive, a lot of the same themes. There's a lot of similar lyrics, and there's a lot of similar, like, chord progressions, too. If you look at, like, the music, a lot of, like, The One I Can Live Without uses the same chords as I'm Sorry for the Way I Am, uses the same chords as The Current in a different key or something like that. Yeah.
Yep. And then you looked like you wanted to say something.
I know Metallica has done that before.
No, every band has done that before.
Yes.
Green Day?
Yeah, but they're
But
more
he can only
important.
relate things
They're
to
not.
Metallica.
Yeah, they're more important to me.
Metallica more important than Lyndhurst?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were telling me.
Even when I bought tickets, I told Ed, I was like, don't book a show, I will not be there. Like, when they come to New Jersey for 2 days, like, I won't do a Lyndhurst show. I refuse to do any music, whatever, I don't care. My whole life is on pause just to see them again.
Just to see Metallica again?
Again.
I think
never 10, show them. 10 and 11.
Well, there you go. You know where his priority.
Yeah.
So if they need someone to replace Lars, are you up to the challenge?
Yeah, but I know it's not going to happen. If anything, I would ask Jimmy, his new tech, be like, hey man, You feeling okay? I think you look sick. I'll come in.
I'll take over for a minute.
Yeah, we both use Thomas, so like I know how to.
Let me push a box on stage.
I was on stage twice.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was on stage twice.
That's really cool.
Jim Brewer did like a guessing game. You ever see like those guessing games where you put like something on your head, and like you have to guess?
Yeah.
Well, it was like a tag team thing. So it's like you have a card on your head from like a certain era of Metallica, and I give you a hint of what it is, and you have to guess the song. And I was with my one friend, and we were on the stage. I was at the Bryce Jordan Center in Penn State, and then the one in Buffalo, New York.
So twice.
Yeah, twice. I did it twice.
And you have quite the Metallica collection. Also, that's what you were saying earlier.
Yeah. I don't always.
No. You don't have to tell.
Put that
You don't have to tell anybody what's in your collection. I know it's impressive.
Yeah, he doesn't want he doesn't. Want
No, I wouldn't want anybody to know stuff.
Yeah, that's one thing my mom has taught me. She goes, you don't always put everything out there on the internet.
Absolutely, which is why usually I don't talk about my family.
He's got a jar of Lars's sperm.
He's got the actual slide from the cover of Load.
Look, man, that Danish little guy might be annoying, but he's a hero.
Oh man, that's great. I don't know. Is there any songs that you guys want to talk about? Like, what are your favorite songs that you guys wrote together? Together that you guys wrote together.
Not really. It was more the fact that Ed had this all planned, and then when we all got together, we put it in our own style.
Yeah.
So even though these are Ed songs, when you hear the record, that's Ed expressing himself, and then when you see us live, this is all of us expressing ourselves. Because obviously, I don't play what's on the record. I have way more drums than what's actually on the record.
Yeah, I
cymbals
noticed
and everything.
that.
So it's like, and I'm a metalcore, deathcore guy. So I put in little odd things or just little things because that's me trying to accentuate the song to what I think it should be.
Yeah,
heard.
before any of these guys were in the band, the record was done. It was recorded, written, all of that, and because I was just planning on doing it as another Ed Allison release, and then I think kind of halfway through it, we did one show as Ed Allison, as the Ed Allison band with Kevin, Tim, and another drummer, Brian. Yes. And after that, I was like, okay, yes, this just should be a band. And that's what it should be. So, so now everybody kind of puts their own spin on what the recording actually is, and we are writing new music right now that is
awesome.
Like collaborative.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear that because, like you said, like I can tell there's way more double bass when you guys play live and when you played here than what I heard on the record.
Yeah.
I didn't really. I blasted once. I blasted once.
I'm gonna take that off and hitting the back of the head. But
I do love blast beats though.
Blast beats?
Blast beats.
Blast beats.
Blast beats.
That's what I said.
Yeah, what are those? I play drums
It's like-
but not well.
It's like if I guess instead of like a fast beat like this is a.
Oh, okay. I hear what you're saying. Finch does a lot of that.
Yeah. Or
And
August Burns Red.
Yeah, or August Burns Red.
Die Artist Murder. Or Lorna Shore.
Any deathcore band.
Oh, no, Lorna Shore, man. They're like the king of blast beats. That Austin Archie dude is like, he just got sponsored by Tama. Great guy, because he left SJC. Good for him.
Well,
There goes any sponsorship with SJC.
Yeah. No, I don't want. I want only. Look, man. Actually, since we're on here, I go to Dale's Drum Shop all the time, and shout out to Dale's Drum Shop because I believe that is the best drum shop on the East Coast here. That's why they.
Where's Dale's Drum Shop?
In Harrisburg.
In Harrisburg. Okay.
They've had a great relationship with Tama, and I even have the Dale's Drum Shop 40th anniversary Tama snare. I've met Tama representatives multiple times, and out of any company I've ever met, from like any executives or whatever, they've always been the nicest and the most knowledgeable, and they've always told me straightforward, like, no, this isn't good, this is good, I think it sounds great with this, and they've just been the most forward guys, and I just think they're the nicest, and I think their toms are just amazing with their residents and how much care they put into the Tama factory.
Yeah.
Especially Tama Japan. They are the most hardworking craftsmen I believe out there.
You're looking for a Tama sponsorship.
I'm not. No.
You hear that?
No. Stop. No.
Get us
I don't. No. I'm not. I don't look for anything. I've been playing Tama for almost all of my life. I just believed in Tama.
In high quality.
Yeah, I just think they have the best. I mean, my kit is just an intermediate kit, and I think it sounds amazing. I think it sounds almost as good as the Star Classic sometimes.
Sound way better than the kid I had up here last week. Nothing wrong with that kid. It was donated from. Well, it was donated from a friend of mine. So because I don't have an acoustic.
Is it what,
kit.
the Sonar?
Yeah.
Hey, Sonar's a great.
It's a good kid. Just yours sounds way better. And then our normal drummer for the band that we were working with last year when we played with Nailbite, he has a Tama kit, but he's got 2 bass
kick drums. Yeah.
Kick drums. He has 2 kick drums. And he does your blast, which is cool. But it's after 4. I know you guys are trying to get to a gig tonight. Where are you playing tonight?
So I'm actually playing with another band called Gunmetal Grey. We are playing tonight at the Underground, which is in Camp Hill, and we're there with Sinister Slain and Void Hidden. It's gonna be an awesome show. I'm really looking forward to it.
Tell Tariq and Greg and everybody I said hi. I need to have them on another on the show again too, because they're recording an album now too.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know that.
I think they might be. I think the last time.
Everybody's always recording one.
Yeah.
Right?
Whenever we play with them, I think they played some like new stuff.
Oh, sweet! Because I haven't been able to get out to see them because you guys played at Love Drafts, and I missed that one because I had a work thing, so I couldn't get out. But yeah, and then your next show.
So our next show with Lyndhurst will be the tour.
The tour.
So once again, we're going out on tour with Observe the 93rd and Lives Lost. We're hitting the road starting March 9th. We're going to Baltimore, Charlotte, Atlanta, Tampa, Birmingham, Nashville,
Columbus,
Louisville, Columbus, and Pittsburgh.
Yep, I don't know now. I was planning on coming, but I don't know now if I can get to Columbus because of his finger. Damn, I really want to go there. Did you see the venue there in Columbus that you're going to?
Not yet, no.
They have.
I don't want to know anything about it. I want it all to be a surprise.
All right, well I won't tell you then. It's cool.
Okay,
it's cool.
Yes, that's that.
It's cool. That's all I know. I haven't been there before, but it's cool. I looked it up online.
That's a touring experience, is going to somewhere new and not really knowing. That's the whole.
And then you walk in, and the stage is this big.
Yeah. Okay.
The stage.
Yeah. Look. Other than that.
So, I'm looking forward to having you guys on the show again. Yes. Maybe next time we won't have internet drops.
Yeah.
Issues. I don't know what's going on there.
We'll get the direct satellite uplink.
I've been doing this since November, and we've never ever had any kind of issue with the internet. We've never had like serious audio issues where I couldn't get it to work right. Like there's been a couple times where I forgot to hit a button, but I mean that's minor. You just hit the button and you're good. So. Bad luck. It just must be my luck this week.
It's the Lyndhurst luck, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Well,
everything gets sad around you.
Yeah.
That's okay though. It's okay to be sad sometimes. But as soon as you guys got new material, I'm looking forward to hearing it. Like you guys as a band writing together. I can't wait to hear that, man. That sounds awesome. So,
thank you.
I'm excited too.
I'm gonna let you guys get to it so you can get to your show. I'm gonna cut the stream out. Usually I have Jesse here, and then I can sit behind the Jesse. Dude, that empty seat was just totally bothering me. I was like, oh my god, somebody should be sitting there. So, but hey, tell everybody. Hi, Bobby.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby from Coal State.
Hi, Bobby.
Yeah. What's up? Hey, thanks for joining us, Bobby.
Are you related to Victor Crumb?
I think that's with a K.
So, all right, hey, Bobby, thanks for joining us. We're going to catch everybody next. Well, it's going to be a few weeks before I have somebody else on here. I got a bunch of personal stuff that I'm doing. So I think our next show is the 25th, but we haven't announced who yet. But again, thanks, Lyndhurst, for stopping in.
Thank you.
We'll have you guys back.
Yes.
For sure.